RJTI charts, March 23, 2026, crude oil. And talking heads who have the power to use language to distort or reverse trends. There are many in this country or abroad who can speak and change the dynamics of a market trend. FOMC, President, Energy, or Economic Secretaries, NATO. And many have or will use such power to alter the directions for any market, right? But what most don't understand is that when such tools are utilized to change the path of a trend, sets up another chain of reactions. And even if they are successful in muting or capping a market trend, it isn't just a one-day effort. It must be consistent and gigantic in many ways to make sure that a market doesn't unfold back to its original trend before such interventions were instilled. Let's try to drive home our angle a little bit better. The laws of physics and mathematics are superiority of all gravitational forces and movement. Even in space where our Earth gravitational forces are absent, there still remains that the laws of physics and the mathematics are superiority in its orbit. Conclusion. All movement, whether on Earth or outer space, conforms to such laws. The real truth of the matter is that the assigned route dictated by physics may be detoured, prolonged for some time, but at some point, because the laws of physics must reach its destination, such prolonging or detouring at some point becomes null. And physics' destination will resume by marching toward its original target. There are a lot of major stocks that have been destined to trade lower, according to the laws of physics, and are on course to fulfill the mathematical equations that were unduly skipped over during their rise higher. We saw this unfold with Gardner as one of our physics factors at the time, and our sell signals were at the top. Look at the chart of Gardner. We warned. Yet, fund money managers and investors in general kept buying against our warnings. Did disaster come? As you can see, Gardner plummeted. And we were happy that we weren't buyers between 2023 to 2025. Ouch. All because of the laws of physics. It is best to make sure you have a boat rudder in place if you're going to travel the seas. Which brings us to the current conditions surrounding crude oil and the muting from others to cap the trend. Whether it was the FOMC, President, NATO, top investment firms, or those who got blindsided from the crude oil rally. They didn't see our forecast, neither were they able to say they forecast the rise to come. On December the 13th, 2023, our SX Energy Index hit our target. We sent out on December the 13th of 2023 at 9:45 a.m. RJTI charts versus some things you can control and some things you can't. Yet, here's something we haven't harped on since August of 2022, if not a little bit earlier. It is the energies. We aren't as zealous as another analyst, but we do see crude oil to trade $130 to $150 range. And then we could consider $205 to $215 a barrel, which is a range equivalent for the SX90 energy index we follow, 3,000 to 3,500 range. And we also propose, is a Middle East conflict to come? We can't speak with certainty, but it sure does imply that some major producing oil country has found trouble. Hello, Iran. As of late March 2026, Crude oil futures hit highs above $119 per barrel, driven by severe supply disruptions and geopolitical conflict. Where? In the Middle East. Brent crude touched approximately $119.47. Our buy signals were at $58 to $65 per barrel. Here's what our algorithms offer, and our view is against the rhetoric and intentional capping of markets. Crude oil could still trade up to $150 a barrel, or at least take out previous highs. Gold, silver, platinum are to trade higher. The U.S. stock market should continue to decline until if or when Iran may surrender. Meta is a nightmare stock to hold on to in March, or from March 2023. It's easy to see the trees that make up the forest, and it is even easier to see the forest that's made up of trees. But it's not so easy to see behind the forest. Get your ammo today. Rjticharts.com, driven by infinite wisdom and its proprietary trade systems.